hold up, I am on my way, I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean, yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times, we'll be chilling and having a good time.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am sitting down to budget out my week 3 weekly check-in, as well as my paycheck to paycheck budget, and then stuffing my cash envelopes. So I am going to go ahead and get everything set up here. So if this sounds like something you guys are interested in, please stay tuned. So this is my November monthly overview spread, and like I said, today is the 20th, so I am budgeting out the 14th to the 20th for any expenses that I had, which include spending, groceries, gas, sinking funds, and anything unbudgeted. And then also any upcoming bills that I have, paydays, and then savings. One thing, if you guys have not watched yet this month, I am doing a no spend month, which for me, that means I obviously still have to buy groceries, I still have to buy gas. I am able to use money out of my sinking funds because I have set that money aside to do so. It is unbudgeted and spending that I am trying to reduce. And if you look on my calendar spread so far, I only have one pink expense, which was on Wednesday the 4th. That is the only spending, personal spending that I have done so far this month. I made it another week without using anything out of my spending envelope, so that's super exciting. It's just a way for me to try to put a little bit more money aside, which I have been doing a fairly good job of so far. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So let me switch to so here are my transactions. These are for the first 2 weeks of November so far, and then we're going to go ahead and write in week number 3. Okay, so the first one that we are going to do is on Saturday the 14th, which was last Saturday. I spent $42.79 at Casey's for gas. So we're going to go ahead and write that one down first. So like I said, that was on the 14th. And that was $42.79, so I'm going to round up to 43. That was the category of gas, and that was done at Casey's. And we'll just go ahead and mark this one off. And then the only other expense we have was Hy-Vee, which was for groceries, and that was done on the 16th for $59.91, so I'm going to round that up to 60. So that was on the 16th, $60. Groceries at Hy-Vee. So those are the only 2 expenses that I had this week, aside from any regular bills and whatnot. So we'll start with groceries. I'm just going to write these over here in my weekly check-in. That amount was $60 even. And now this does not include Thanksgiving. So as you guys can see, Thanksgiving is next Thursday. I actually don't have my kids that night. They're with their dad. So I think we might actually just do our own little small Thanksgiving. I was thinking actually on the 22nd, which means that I need to go grocery shopping. Now, if you guys remember, I did budget $120 in my November budget for Thanksgiving, for a Thanksgiving meal, and that includes food, if I need to get any new placemats, or if I wanted to do any Thanksgiving type decor, that includes that. So I am not going to purchase the Thanksgiving type groceries from my regular grocery cash envelope. That will come from that separate Thanksgiving budget that I had planned for at the beginning of the month. So I'll probably do that probably tomorrow, I would imagine. So with groceries, I spent $60. So I'm going to come in here into my wallet, and this is my grocery cash envelope. So I spent $60 and I still have $20 left in there because I budget myself $80 every week. So we'll move that to the side. So that means that we have $20 remaining from our grocery budget for the week. And then the only other one we have was gas. And that we spent $43. I budget myself $45 every week for gas. So we should have $3 left in here. And that we do. So I'll put that aside. And then we'll get spending next. So again, we have $3 left for gas. And now spending, we had absolutely no spending, personal spending this week. So I spent $0, which means that I have $40 left in my spending envelope. So we have that. So I'm going to put that back in there, and that means that for spending, our remaining balance was $40. And then when I do my cash envelope stuffing, you guys will see what I do with that amount. So I'm going to go back to my overview here. So like I said, today's the 20th. I have one payment coming up, which is on the 27th, next Friday, and that is my car payment. That comes out automatically, so I'm just going to put a check mark by that one. I got paid today, and then I will get paid again. Actually, Monday will be a Google AdSense payday from all of October's views, so that's exciting. They pay once a month, and it's always on the 21st, unless that's on a weekend, then it goes to the next business day. I'll also get paid on Monday from myself for my website, and then again next Friday. So I have no other bills besides my car payment, which is my biggest one, $612. So that will come out on the 27th. I did have $80 come out today for savings, which I have been doing for a few months now. So that came out this week. And that's pretty much it. We have Thanksgiving to look forward to next week. So I hope you guys all have fun plans, and if you're just staying home because of the whole COVID situation, I hope you guys have something fun planned. So I am actually going to do, since I didn't have very many expenses, I'm going to do my paycheck to paycheck budget and my cash envelope stuffing in this video too. I usually separate them out, but oh, one thing I forgot to do, I forgot to lay down my no spend stickers. It's a pretty big accomplishment to not spend any personal money the whole week, so I better lay these down. So we'll lay one down for Saturday, and then Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and of course Friday. Perfect. So we have all of our no spend stickers laid down there. I am loving the foil this month. I have all these stickers available on my website if you guys are interested, moreyjune.com. So I will get everything set up for the next portion of this video. I have my paycheck to paycheck budget 3 laid down here for the stickers. I just want to show you guys. So this is paycheck 1, paycheck 2. For those of you that don't know, I get paid every single Friday from my regular full-time job, as well as my part-time job, and those are the two incomes that I use to budget these weekly amounts for. So paycheck 1, 2, and then we will do 3. November is just a 4 paycheck week, so next week will be my last paycheck check-in for the month. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start here. I always like to start with the income section, and these kits are completely universal. You can lay the stickers down however you want. This is just how I do it, how I like to do it. So the first one is my full-time job. That came through today, which is the 20th. And that was $548. And then the next is my part-time job. That also came through today. And that one was $215. So get my calculator out, and we'll go ahead and add these up. So we have the 548 and the 215. Oops. There we go, $763 for income for the week. Now this does not include my online income. I use that in my monthly budget, but I don't do it in the weekly budget. That I use for savings and debt snowball payments, and then obviously business expenses. Okay, so next we're going to come to income, or expenses. The first one that I have is Capital One, and the monthly amount that I am weekly amount that I am putting away for this one is $50. I take $50 out every single week out of every paycheck, and then when that payment is due, I have 4 weeks worth of the payment, which makes the total monthly payment. That is how I do all of my expenses. My car is $153. Rent is $50. I live in a family-owned house. My parents own this house. They also have their house, so I am able to live here for a pretty inexpensive cost. I get that question all the time. Next is tumbling. And tumbling's weekly amount is $16.25. And then we have Hulu, which I'm pretty depressed because we have had Hulu for 2 or 3 years now. I can't remember exactly. One of those two. And when I very first got Hulu Live, I think it was like $39.99 a month. And it's gone up like 3 times since I've had it. I currently pay, it's like right at $52 or so. I think it's $49.99. And I just got another email saying that at the beginning of the year it's going to go up to $60.99. Or it might be $69.99. Regardless, it's gone up like 4 times since I've had it in the last few years. I mean, it's getting to the point where it's almost is as much as probably going with DirecTV or Dish or something. So I'm probably still going to keep it, but it's just frustrating. I know they have to, you know, as price fluctuates, and I understand price increases and whatnot, but I swear it's been 2 years and it's like 4 price increases. And it's like, the first time it was like $5, and then the last couple times it's been a $10 increase, so it definitely gets up there. And then the last one is Verizon, which is the cell phones, and that is $29. So we will go ahead and get these totaled up. So we have 50, 153, 50, 1625, 1475, and 29. So we have $313 in expenses for the week. And then next I'll move down to my cash envelopes. So I have the 3 cash envelopes that you guys saw earlier in the video. We have spending, groceries, and gas. So we'll write down that first one of spending. And that one is going to be $40. And then groceries is $80. And gas is $45. Now, I already explained this earlier, so Thanksgiving is coming up, but I am not using this money here, this $80 grocery money, for the Thanksgiving items that I'm going to be purchasing. That will come from that very beginning November budget. That'll come from this right here, which includes my online income. So that is where that will most likely come out of. And same with my Black Friday, which I actually don't think I'm going Black Friday shopping because it's not really even a thing. The in-person ones, it seems like everything's online. So I might look and find some things, but as of yet I have not. So this total here is $165. And then we'll move over here. This section is for sinking funds. So the first one I have is back to school. And that one is $20, and that is obviously for back to school shopping. Car insurance. I had somebody ask me the other day why I have car insurance as a sinking fund and not an expense, and that's a really good question. I'll just explain it quick. I pay my car insurance 6 months at a time, so I have already paid from July to December of 2020. I've already paid that 6 months. So this money that I am setting aside in this sinking fund is to cover my upcoming payment, which would take me from January to June of 2021. That usually comes out about the middle of December is when they send me my invoice for that. So that is when that will get paid. And then again, starting in January, I will do a new sinking fund for car insurance with, depending on how many weeks it is till it's due in June, and I'll decide. I think I figured it out. I think it's going to be like $25 instead of $35. I don't remember, but that's why I do it as a car or as a sinking fund rather than an expense. Next is car maintenance, and that one gets $10 a week. Christmas. Sorry. Okay, so next one is Christmas, and that one I am still putting $100 in a week for. I actually didn't do any Christmas shopping this past week, but maybe with Black Friday coming up next week in the online sales, maybe I'll do something then. Household is $15, and then we have kids for $20. Medical for $5, personal care, that's for haircuts and whatnot, also $5, school tuition for next year's school tuition is $10, and then last is vacation, is $20. So let's get all of sinking funds added up. So we have 20, 35, 100, 15, 20, 5, 5, 10, and 20. So $230 in sinking funds. Now savings, I totally forgot what I was going to say. Oh, savings, I do not pull from this income here, but I like to just mark it down. every week I have $80 come automatically out of my checking account, goes into, in addition to my already saved $1,000 emergency fund, it just goes on top of that. And then that just comes out of, again, out of my monthly budget, just like the Thanksgiving did. It just comes right out of there, which includes the online income. So it doesn't come from this income here, but it's just an addition. I like to note it down there. Paycheck breakdown. So the first one we have is income, and then expenses, cash envelopes, and sinking funds. So our income total was the $763. Expenses were $313. Cash envelopes were $165. And sinking funds were $230. So I'm first going to add up the bottom three, which are all of the expense type bills for the week. So we have the $313, $165, and $230. So we have $708 in expenses, and so we have $55 left over for the week. So that is how I do my paycheck to paycheck budget. Now I'm going to lay out my cash so that we can get all of our envelope stuff for the week. Alright, I have everything set up here. I am going to start with my cash envelopes, which are right here. So this is my Moterm A6 planner. It's actually a leather planner, but I use it as both a planner and a wallet, a personal planner and a wallet. So I just have my little wallet section back here, and my cash envelopes are here. So we're going to start with that. So for spending, if you guys remember at the beginning of the video, I had $40 left over for spending. So I'm just going to put that to the side right there. And we are going to put in another $40. People ask me all the time why I don't just roll it over, and that is because I put it towards Debt Snowball. So spending is done. Next we have groceries. Groceries ended up having $20 left over. So I'm going to put in $80 for the upcoming week for groceries. So that one is funded. Next we have gas. Gas had $3 left over. So we will add in $45. And then the last one is not necessarily something I need to fund. It's called the bank envelope, and this is if I spend money with my debit card that was meant for a sinking fund, I take the money out of my sinking fund, whatever one it was, put it in this envelope, and then that goes, that's when I know that it needs to get deposited into the bank. So my cash envelopes are stuffed, so now we will go ahead and start with the sinking funds. So the first one is car maintenance, and last week this one had $200, and we are going to add in another $10, which will put it at $210. So today I like to write the date, which day is the 20th. I write how much I'm adding in or taking out, and then the ending total. That way I can always look on the back here and see what my current balance is without having to take the money out and count it every time. Car insurance last week was at $385. We're going to put in $35. So that should put that one at $415. So adding in 35 puts it at $415, right? 20? No, that's not right. $420. Yep, $420. That's my final answer. Okay, Christmas last week had $7.78. We're gonna add in 100. So that one will be at $8.78. That number is a little easier to add up than the $35 is. Next is household. Last week it was at 105. We will put in 15. So that one will now be at 120. Kids was at 55. We'll add in 20, so that one will now be at 75. If you're interested, I have these cash envelopes listed on my website. And this marker that I'm using, I also sell these on the website. It's an Erin Condren wet erase marker. They work really nicely. You can just take it off with water and they don't smudge. Medical last week had 25. And I actually need to steal some 5s. I'm going to go back to car insurance. I don't have any. Oh yeah, I do have some 5s. I'm going to take some 5s out of here. We'll do 5, 10, 15, 20. There we go. I've been getting just bigger bills at the bank when I go every week because a lot of my envelopes are getting pretty full with smaller bills. Okay, so medical, we're adding in 5. So that one will now be at 30. So 5 and 30. Back to school was at 220 last week, and this one gets 20. So that'll be at 240 for the week. Personal care, we got haircuts last week. It was actually on the 7th. So I spent all the money that was in here. So we'll add in 5 and that will put this one at 10. School tuition gets $10 and it was at $110 last week. So we'll put in another 10, which will put us at $120. And then last is vacation. Last week it was at $220. We're going to add in the remaining, which is $20. See, like this one here is getting pretty full. So I'll need to exchange some of that out. So this one is going to be at $240. Okay, so now with the extra that I had from my sinking funds, I put it in this envelope. So last week I had $128, and I am going to add in 20, 40, 50, 60, $63 to that. So let me write that down before I forget. Okay, so that means for the 3rd week of November, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91. I have $191 that is going to go toward my debt snowball payment. So $191. Now I did get PayPal paid off with my October income. I got that whole thing paid off. So I just have my 2 Capital One credit cards and my car payment. So in November I'm working on my first Capital One credit card, which is a smaller balance of the 2. I think it's currently at like $12.85 maybe. So this $191 will go towards me being able to pay that off. Now these envelopes back here are just ones that I have had in the past that I am currently not funding. So that is my stuffing video for today. I have all of my budgeting done for today. Next week is Thanksgiving. I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving with family. If you guys are having one at all. If you're not, I still hope you have a great Thanksgiving with whatever you plan on doing. Black Friday's coming up next week, so I will have a discount on my website. Stay tuned for that information, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!